Good evening, my name's Alex Campbell.
And I'm Mark Palmer.
And you're watching Dissecting Trek. Lonely Among Us. Basic plot is the Enterprise travels through like a nebula, and the consciousness from this nebula comes aboard the ship as like an electronic signal in the computers and then through people. First goes into Worf, and he does a silly face. Yeah, it did convey, like, I don't know, something exciting or treacherous. It was silly. You're like,
Yeah, that's like the go-to to like any video you watch from Star Trek where we talk about weird shit. It's always got that one scene of him getting shot.
yeah, it's kind of, I wouldn't say iconic, but it's a famous moment. Just because of how fucking silly it is. Yeah. Roll the clip, Billy! So there's a whole B storyline for this episode, which is silly and pointless, and played this comedy with these lizard people, these dog people.
Yeah.
And they're both on the same planet, and they've been at war for years because I guess they're dogs and lizards. And they're entering the Federation now, so they have to ship both of them together on the Enterprise to wherever they're going.
Yeah, because they can't just send two ships for a group of people that hate each other and kill each other.
No, they have to be on the ship together. And yeah, it's played as comedy, I guess, like lighthearted.
Was it meant to be though?
Well, I don't know, like Yar talks to them and like, oh, we ate this thing and it took a long time, and there's another part where Riker gets like a little lasso, like a laser lasso around his neck.
Stupid glow stick.
Yeah, it's like it's like the future, so everything's a laser.
What the hell? Sorry, wrong species.
And it's just it shouldn't be there. Like it has nothing to do with the main plot, and
I feel like they were just trying to add something so that they weren't just always just finding something and they're not doing anything else.
yeah, well, B plots work even if they have nothing to do with the A plot if they're good. But I mean,
No, it was poor.
It contributed nothing to the story. You cut it out, and it'd be better. The pacing would be better because the tension from the main A plot, which doesn't have a lot of tension to be honest. But the tension from the A plot wouldn't be broken up with all these like humorous moments, maybe? Maybe that was on from humor? Yeah, I don't know.
You've seen something as fresh and tasty as meat, but inorganically materialized out of patterns used by our transporters.
Sickening. Barbaric.
It did give them someone to blame when they were wondering who did it.
Yeah,
Which made them have something else to go to instead of straight thinking, oh, what's through that energy cloud?
Yeah, which seems like the obvious thing to me.
I was like, how is it taking them so long? How is it taking them so long to realise when something's wrong with Crusher?
Yeah, there are so many moments where like people get infected by the consciousness and they're acting like completely bizarre in front of like the entire bridge crew. Or Troy, who's an empath and supposed to be able to pick up on stuff.
She never picks up on stuff until after. I did notice something, but I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, not only is she not able to pick up like empathically, but she's not able to just pick up basic like body language and really odd human behaviour. None of them are. And one of my like best praises of Star Trek is that the characters make smart, intellectual decisions and I can relate to them.
Yeah.
But I guess whoever wrote this episode is dumb. And wrote them as idiots.
Even Picard, who knows Crusher, was completely like, oh, just go over that console where you can access everything on the ship.
Yeah, and then, because when you're taken over by the consciousness, you lose time. So she wanders onto the bridge, and she's all like, ah.
This is the helm.
Unless there have been some changes I don't know about.
And she's saying weird shit, and Picard's like, nah. And fucking Geordie's like, nah. And Data's like, nah.
And then Release says, oh, why are you accessing that?
She's like, fuck.
Doesn't say anything. He's like, whatever. That's not what I'm doing. It's like, are you kidding? Aren't you supposed to pick up on shit like that?
Yeah. And then the consciousness transfers into the computer, right? So she comes too.
And she doesn't say anything.
She's missing this big chunk of time. Surely you go, hey guys, why am I here? What's going
I don't
on?
even know where am I.
I don't remember what happened. I'm missing a chunk of time. She just wanders off.
Why am I?
Is something wrong, Doctor?
Doctor, you all right?
Yes. Yes.
I just teleported here. I was examining Worf 1 minute, and then I was on the bridge, huddled over the computer, and Data was pissed off that I was ignoring him. It doesn't say anything until like it happens to someone else.
Yeah. I think her and Worf get together, and Worf's like, oh, I'm missing time. She's like, oh, so am I.
Oh my god.
Wesley in his grandma jumper is in his grandma jumper again.
I so thought at the start, I was like, wait a second. I'm like, no, not Wesley Crusher.
Yeah.
Rescue.
It would be bad if he picked up on it and then he solved the problem.
He probably would have if he was allowed to do it. Because that cunt just knows everything, apparently.
Yeah, he's the greatest person ever. But even he doesn't pick up on his mum's incredibly bizarre
He does
behavior.
for a second.
He's like,
Even when she's like, I don't
okay?
remember that at all. He's like, he didn't say, oh, you're acting weird. You know, it was just like, that's a big surprise. You never listened to me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't either.
I mean, I guess if it happened to us, like one of our partners or our mums was acting peculiar, it wouldn't be like, you're infested by a fucking alien consciousness.
No, but you'd want him to sit down or something, sure.
Yeah.
Like, you're acting a bit funny.
Yeah, but in their world, like, weird shit happens every, I don't know, what do you think it'd be for them, like, every month, every week?
Every couple of days.
Yeah.
It's just normal.
Every episode's a day.
Well,
That's a long
shit
year.
happens in between. They tend to talk about stuff that happened.
Yeah, I guess they just do their general thing in between episodes and nothing really.
Imagine there'd be a lot of boring ass space travel parts where they're just sitting there playing cards, and you know Picard doesn't join in a card game for like 7 years.
Yeah. just Picard reading and stuff. Yeah, so the characters not being smart and solving the problem quickly is one thing. Another thing is the pacing. The nebula, it's a mystery, but it's not set up. It doesn't seem like nefarious or like bad. I was never like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen with the nebula. It seems so scary and I don't want my characters to get injured. Just like, nah.
Yeah, they could have made it very, even if they wanted to avoid it, they could have been a lot more simple than slightly going around it. Like, you'd think you'd go warp up for like a little bit and then go completely avoid it.
Yeah.
But if it does have like...
But they flew, right. Oh no, it expanded. They didn't really try to go around it, but they flew through it. It was like, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
It was travelling at fucking warp speed when they first encountered it. Like, isn't that peculiar? Nebula travelling at warp speed?
Well, they didn't even refer to it as a nebula, did they? It was just they call it a cloud.
Yeah, an energy
Which
cloud.
is a nebula, but
yeah.
you'd think that they would know what a nebula is.
Yeah, they don't use that word, but that's what it is. The writer, I'm telling you, man, this writer.
He's a hack.
A fraud, I say.
Begin the pass.
Sir, it is changing shape.
Any readings of matter there?
Negative, sir. Energy only.
Yeah, so the pacing, the editing, and the like character moments of tension and stakes isn't there up until a point where Picard gets taken over. Then there's this interesting idea of like conflict within the crew, trying to figure out how to mutineer against the captain, what justifies that, and the mechanics of how that occurs. And for me, that was the drama. It happens right at the end.
I loved Patrick Stewart's acting in it too. He was somewhat terrifying, even though he was not showing any negativity.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he was really smart.
Yeah, it was like he was grappling with how to act like a human, and just all the subtle nuances of his acting and stuff was great.
Every single time they started asking too many questions, he'd pull the captain card.
Yeah, which was perfect.
It's like,
and
should a captain really have to answer all these questions?
Yeah, and then they couldn't do fucking anything.
Shit. It's like, actually, I want you to go down the middle.
Yeah. They call a medical check on him. He's like, nah, man.
It is my duty to inform the captain. We believe he may be under some kind of alien influence which may constitute a danger to this ship.
I consider it equally possible that the two of you and Counselor Troy are overworked and possibly suffering hallucinations. Now, this is an order. You will arrange medical and psychiatric exams, both for yourself and them.
But I think what should have happened was right at the beginning, Picard should have been the first one to get infected instead of Worf. And it should have been like that, the slow dynamic of the crew trying to mutineer against Picard. But Picard
Not
is
only
his
that, but he
character.
slowly starts showing more and more as the episode goes
Yeah,
on
it's
as
subtle
well.
and slower, but it ramps up tension. And you have like conflict within the crew, like
people taking Picard's side, people wanting
yeah,
to mutiny. That was
exactly,
great.
and then like
Great.
drama between the crew and Picard. So it's playing the characters against each other and using the characters as the drama rather than using nothing as the drama or the mysterious nebula
or the lizard people and the dog people.
Yeah,
but because using a replicator is barbaric.
See, I think that's supposed to be funny. It's like, oh, you replicate food. And the lizard people prosthetics looked alright. But the dog people, they just look silly and stupid.
Human eyes were like, you could even see the skin.
Yeah, they had them painted.
Yeah,
Normally they paint the skin and then put the mask on so the eyelids are like black.
That was normal.
Just skin color. And like, it was obviously ADR dialogue that had been dubbed in later, but like its lips didn't close. Like its mouth was like kind of open when it was closed and like its lips didn't articulate the words. So it's saying the shit, but it's just like a shitty puppet, like, nah. I'm not buying into this at all.
Of course not. And if any does occur, let me assure you, it will not be we Antikins who start it.
Thank you, sir.
But we will finish it.
And yeah, the lizards did look right though.
They did all look right. They had barely any screen.
I did love how bad the scene was when Riker walks past and was it Riker? No, was it Brian walks past and they're just sitting there in the doorway. As soon as he sees, he just sits there. He's not saying anything. You see Adam doing this.
I started watching Deep Space Nine finally.
Oh yeah.
I'm like almost finished season 2. It's great. I just love like the examination of like interesting concepts.
Apart from the Bajor, I thought was great. Which is like what it's basically about.
Yeah. I know, it's just like intelligible and sophisticated and written well. After like watching Discovery, it's like
yeah. See, I watched it straight after Next Gen.
Yeah.
Which I still enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yeah, well, so far I'm really enjoying it.
Wait till season 4. That's when it really gets good.
Yeah. Season 1 was a bit iffy, but I'm really enjoying season 2.
Yeah, I told you I had to sit through season 1.
It's a bit hit and miss, and you don't know the characters. Kind of like,
yeah, I feel like Eli is quite straight up like Odo and Quark though.
Yeah, surprisingly, because I didn't think I liked Quark, but he's awesome.
He gets better too. He's so good. I love that series. That was like the first Star Trek series I actually got into.
Yeah, true.
But then, obviously, the others came.
Mine was actually the original series. I watched the Plinkett review for JJ's first Star Trek movie, which is just called Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they not give it a subtitle? It just makes it so confusing. It's just called Star Trek.
But what? I guess because the original series was called Star Trek. It wasn't called the original series back when it came out.
Yeah, that's true. That's just called Star Trek.
So that would have probably been the reasoning behind it.
So I watched that Plinkett review and I should buy the original series. And I did, and I watched it. Then I watched Next Gen. Now I'm watching Deep Space Nine. It's been a very slow process.
Yeah, I watched like Next Gen, then straight on to Deep Space Nine, then straight on to Voyager, and then straight on to Discovery. Watched 3 episodes and was like, nah.
So another reoccurring thing which first appears in this episode is the Data Holmes thing.
I love that.
I know, it should have been like silly and overplayed, but it wasn't. It was probably the best part of the episode.
Yeah, it's so good because you're starting to see Data break out of the whole Android thing and trying to like, do his own thing, which never really dissipates for the whole series.
No, that he has a great 7 series 4 movie arc of Pinocchio basically. But yeah, I think it's just Brent Spiner's like charisma and charm as an actor. Like he's playing Data, playing Sherlock Holmes, and just the way he does it is just like, this is great. I could watch you do a day.
I really got the pipe. I could have watched the whole episode being about that. Actually, there is an episode later which
there's the holodeck one with
where it learns.
Yeah, Moriarty, and they save the program. They're like, we'll try to get you out because they're like, he's conscious. He's a conscious human being. What is consciousness? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, the big dilemma.
Yeah, and then later on, he comes up again in a later episode, seasons later, and they did fuck all to help him. Those 2 episodes are just fucking amazing. And it's Niles from The Nanny who plays Moriarty.
Ugh, really?
Yeah, it's Niles, the butler.
Is the definition of life cogito ergo sum? I think, therefore I am.
Yes, that is one possible definition.
It is the most important one. And for me, the only one that matters. You or someone asked your computer to program a nefarious fictional character from 19th century London, and that is how I arrived. But I am no longer that creation. I am no longer that evil character. I have changed. I am alive.
Yeah, right, you're intelligent fucking holiday.
Yeah. That was funny.
I loved Picard was just trying to tolerate it. He's like, can we finish this without the pipe, please?
Yeah. There's a scene where he's smoking and fucking what's her name? Denise Crosby's character.
What's her name? Yar.
Yar's like all like offended at the smoking
She's
stuff.
offended by fucking everything.
She's offended by those people.
She's gonna get really offended by slime in a minute.
Yeah. And then really offended the next generation picks up and becomes a highly popular television series just as she leaves.
They drew medical supplies appropriate to the treatment of minor wounds and abrasions on these life forms.
Which leaves us with only one conclusion.
Exactly.
Tries to come back.
Like
into the
Romulan fucking...
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe they raped me in a prison camp and something. That's a story.
That's a range of character even more. Jesus.
So yeah, basically we get a lot of like nothingness and then nothing. It really picks up at the end. Picard like electrifies the entire bridge crew. That blue lightning effect they use all the time in Next Gen, by the way. It comes up in like every 10th episode for 7 years. It's like they go to effect the blue lightning effect. And then he teleports out into space, and from what I can tell happens, Picard dies out in space.
Yeah.
And then like his whatever energy transfers back to the ship, and because the replicator had the information of him, they make a new...
That actually happened more than once in this series.
Yeah, well that's an interesting like idea to explore too, which they don't really explore it. So it's not the Picard that we've like grown to know over the last 5 episodes, I guess. It's like a new duplicate.
What the devil am I doing here?
Sounds like our captain.
But confused. This Picard pattern was formed before he went out there.
I thought it was the Picard before he transported out.
Yeah, so I think Picard's physical body is out there, dead. And then he brings something back, like an energy thing, into the ship's computer and they make another one. So there's dead Picard in space, and then he's a new Picard. But
he does say that he remembers going to the console to beam out.
Yeah, well, he still has his memories. Which, yeah, that's an interesting concept.
But none of the memories of while he was out there.
No.
Yeah, so the being kind of just let himself beam out there. Oh, he's dead. Moved on.
Yeah, and then Picard was still in the computer or something. He comes back.
P.
That was a bit silly.
Yeah, he should have done like that, just like a bald head.
Just spelled out like I am here or something. That would have been lamer.
Something like, just like try. No, would have been better.
Just flashing lights or something.
Or fucking Morse code would have been cool.
Yeah,
something like that.
Or some like just like a jittering code. They're like, what the fuck? Then Data's like, oh, it's saying something hyper quick. It's Picard. We should go to the transport.
Yeah, because Data can understand it or whatever.
Instead, it was a P
for Picard.
Today's episode is P.
You should have had bloody Wesley pick up on it.
P is for Picard.
Yes, Wesley.
P for Picard. He's in the ship's circuitry.
So yeah, in conclusion, in this Star Trek review, I think the episode lacked tension, suspense.
Until the very end.
Yeah, I think Picard should have got infected at the beginning and they should have played that as the drama. I think it undermined Troy because her ability of being an empath she doesn't use it, so it's like, why are you here? What do you do?
Why do you deserve that seat on the
Yeah. It's like they all have a place and a role. Her role, she can't do. I'm the empath, I can't use my power. Why are you here then? Go home.
What?
Yeah, she doesn't. There's so many moments of negotiation, like the first few seasons, I feel. But Picard's like, what are they feeling? What are their motivations? And she's like,
It's always so difficult to say.
Yeah.
In reality, she's just counting the fat stacks.
Getting paid.
And doesn't even know how to do any of the shit. She just makes it up.
Sitting on the bridge.
Yeah.
Can't use fucking...
She wears tight clothes and Picard's like,
Pushing her tits up, yeah. So that's about cleavage. So what did you think of Lonely Among Us, Mark?
I love, like I said, Patrick Stewart's acting was really good.
And Brent Spiner.
That's about to say, I really think it could have used more of the Sherlock Holmes thing. It was kind of like barely dipped. They were probably just testing the waters with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But they definitely could have had more of that in there, I think.
Definitely.
And, I thought that the part at the end was, I definitely noticed the comedy part where it's like, oh, they noticed blood and now they're having a reptile dinner. And he's like, oh, I guess I will have a break. Number one.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. I forgot about that. So one of the delegates murders one of the other, like, fucking delegates and wants the ship's cook. I don't know why they would cook that replicators. But that's what they say. They said...
Well, in Voyage, Neelix is the cook. But then again, they are very low on replicator, like, rations.
Yeah, true. So yeah, one of the political delegates murders one of the other ones and wants to cook him up. Like, that's a big deal. But it's played as comedy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I've seen blood.
I feel like if it was a serious thing.
Yeah, it could have been
good.
Because that's kind of an interesting, like, concept
I still feel like they should have been able to withhold the murder. They may hate each other, but they're on neutral ground and they're on completely different parts of the ship.
Yeah.
The problem is that one of the cooks has just been asked to broil reptile for the Antikins. And it looks like the Silly delegate.
They were petty and silly and stupid.
Yeah, why would they ever be allowed into the Federation? Why would they be allowed into the Federation if they weren't even able to get to the Federation themselves, so they don't have ships?
Yeah, wasn't the thing, like,
You have to have a warp drive. You
Yeah.
just have a warp drive to be welcomed into the Federation.
Yeah.
I don't know, Gene, you tell me.
Yeah, Gene, even though you're dead.
Yeah. I mean, you would have died if you saw Discovery anyway.
Oh, thank you for watching. Really happy. Like, subscribe, and comment.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse out here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be